Hey guys, so today it is Monday morning, August 16th, 2021. So I'm gonna cut the grass today and do a lawn cutting video. So the grass out here in the backyard hasn't been mowed in a couple of weeks. It's just because it's not really grown that much. And these past few weeks we've not really had that much rain, except for that one storm that we did have. Let's see, that was maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, where we had high winds, heavy rain, and hail. See, it broke a limb off of the maple tree. It ended up landing right down here, and now it's all cleaned up thanks to my dad. So for this lawn cutting video, we'll do the mowing with the Lawnboy 10323. I just got done sharpening the blade on it, so we'll use it. So last week I only mowed the front yard, and then this area right here where I have my plugs. Yeah, so here's the front yard. Some areas it looks a bit rough. We did get some rain recently, so it looks like the grass is dried up a little bit. I was originally planning to mow this evening, but there's a chance it could rain, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this now. So I guess that without further ado, we'll get back into the backyard and we'll get started. Alright, so I didn't even mention on what trimmer and blower that I would feature. So I kind of thought about it for a little bit. I'm going to just use the Stihl equipments. We'll blow with the Stihl BG86, and we'll do the trimming with the Stihl FS 91R. I haven't used this trimmer in a while. Actually, in quite a while. I did run it a little bit last week. I don't really use it that much here at home. I just mostly use it at the farm. Let me close the storage building door. Let me get y'all on the tripod here for a second. So I've had this trimmer for 3 years. So this is kind of like the entry-level professional trimmer from Stihl that would have the 4-mix engine. And this has been a good trimmer. And then, as I did say before, it's a 4-mix engine. Basically it's a 4-stroke hybrid. It doesn't have an oil sump on it, meaning there would be like a sump that you put oil in it and then you just put straight gas. Whereas this one, the bottom end of the engine is basically, it's like a 2-stroke, but the rest is like a 4-stroke. It has the valves, has a camshaft with a lobe on it. It's hard. Let me see how much gas we have. That's enough, because this trimmer does hold a lot of gas. Alright, let me get the tripod all set up here. Alright, let me just move the trimmer back a little bit so y'all can get a good look at it. Perfect. Alright, trimming is all done. Alright. So once again, this is the 2017 Stihl FS 91R, and this is powered by a 28.4cc 4-stroke hybrid engine, otherwise known as the 4-mix. Alright, so now for the mowing portion. Okay, just show you all the model and serial number. Lawnboy 10323. Serial number is 2300133371. So the 23 on this lawnmower means that it was built in 2003. So I got the deck raised all the way up to 3.5 inches, because that's the highest point on this lawnmower. See how much gas I have. Looks like more than a half a tank, so that should be good. So this is powered by a 6.5 horsepower Duraforce engine made by Lawnboy. This was their last 2-stroke engine they made. They were made between 1998 until 2004, and then after 2004 they ceased production on making 2-stroke engines on lawnmowers, just because of EPA regulations. In fact, Toro didn't even want to spend the extra money on developing a much cleaner running 2-cycle engine. So that's what happened. That's how it's just the way it is. So we'll see how this will start. Get y'all set up on the tripod. And like always, it'll start on the first pull. Call this thing a one-pull wonder. So all I do is just prime it 3 times. I'll put the throttle all the way to choke. And just watch this, one pull. Oh, and by the way, I still haven't found my chest harness to where I usually will put my GoPro on it to give y'all a person's point of view, but I still can't find it. I'm not sure what happened to that thing. So I'll just do the same thing like I did the last video I did a couple months ago until I'll find that chest harness. I might have to buy another one. of the front yard. Yeah, it looks good. At least on this side. This side here always seems to have the thickest batch of St. Augustine, and over here it's not that thick. It's usually with Bermuda, but for some reason this area over here is turning brown. I think it's from all these other types of grasses that's doing that. And you can probably see there's kind of like a little trail right here. I don't know how that came up. I don't know, maybe that's from my dad walking through this every morning to water the plants over there, because he's got a watering can hidden behind the boxwoods, and he'll fill that thing up with water with the rain barrels. So, oh, here comes the garbage truck. That's going to do it for the front. Now let's do the back. stroke. Perfect. Got it all done. Yeah, looks a lot better. Just looks rough in some areas. The St. Augustine grass is not as thick as it is out front, just because there's a lot of shade. You can tell with the different contrast right here, where this area here, obviously there is absolutely no sunlight. Only until when you start coming across here. Let's just take a quick look at the plugs. In which these are also St. Augustine grass, but a different type. This is palmetto St. Augustine grass. And there's other types of grasses. It looks like some of them are turning brown, especially like right over here. But the St. Augustine seems to look alright. They do need to be watered though. I've kind of not been keeping up with the watering, but look how much the St. Augustine has just spread. Look at the stolons from them. This is all from the plugs. And it's just all from between watering and mowing. They turned out really well though, even though the only thing I'm just a little disappointed with all this is that all this other types of grasses had popped up. If I would have had more time on my hands, I would have sprayed some herbicide on this whole area. But then again, I was actually quite glad that I didn't, because even right here, over here, and also from back here, there was still some existing St. Augustine grass. So it's kind of like a different blend of St. Augustine grass, which I assume this is all Riley St. Augustine grass. So it's kind of like a blend of Riley St. Augustine grass and palmetto St. Augustine grass. Okay, so that does it for the mowing. Now we'll do the blowing with the Stihl BG86, which is right over here. So we'll do that. Alright, just a quick look at the blower. So this is a Stihl BG86. I've had this blower for 3 years also, about as long as the as I had my Stihl FS91R. I bought this 2 weeks after I bought the FS91R. So this particular model handheld blower from Stihl is the top of the line model, at least for the gas model. And it'll come with a flat end tube as well as a round end tube. Usually around this time I like to use the flat end tube, and then in the fall I'll use the round end tube. So probably sometime either the end of this month or next month I'll pull this tube off and put the round end tube, because I find with the round end tube it has much higher air volume with it, and that works great for blowing leaves. And so this blower is powered by a 27.2 cc engine, and this is a 2-stroke, not a 4-stroke hybrid, just like mine. And the starting procedure is basically the same as my trimmer. It's a semi-automatic choke. Once it would start, you can just tap on the throttle, it'll bring it back into the run position, or sometimes even when the engine would sputter while on full choke, just put it to the half choke position and then pull it until it'll start, and then just hit the throttle, it'll bring it back into the run position. So we'll see how this will start. Okay. I don't know how y'all can see that very well. If y'all can't see it very well, then I apologize. Let's get this thing started.